LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country wondering when Republicans are going to stop pretending that FELON is not batshit crazy. He fired the heads of TSA and the Coast Guard, disbanded the Aviation Security Committee, and froze TSA hiring, when he had the unmitigated gall to blame President Biden for the tragic D.C. plane crash and accused him of lowering aviation standards. He is a lying coward who blames everyone else for his failures. He's given his favorite Nazi, Musk, and his computer genius minions free rein to take over the critical infrastructure of our government outside of the rule of law that can only be described as a coup. Wonder what all the voters who did not vote for Kamala over Gaza are thinking now that FELON wants to convert it to the Golden Riviera, sans Palestinians. Netanyahu is all for it. Now FELON is praising former President McKinley over his use of tariffs. It's worth noting that under McKinley, banks failed, unemployment was over 10%, America had a deep economic depression from 1893 to 1897, and McKinley was assassinated 6 months into his second term. If you're wondering why FELON is trying to dismantle U.S. aid, a little history helps us understand why. U.S. aid was founded by President John F. Kennedy to fight the Kremlin by keeping countries all over the world safer from Soviet dominance. The Kremlin has wanted to kill U.S. aid ever since. The anti-U.S. aid propaganda comes straight from FELON's buddy Putin. Republicans have just released a bill to abolish the Occupational Health and Safety Administration, OSHA, the federal agency dedicated to protecting worker health and safety. It's probably just a coincidence that while Tesla accounts for 4% of the automotive industry, they account for 75% of all OSHA violations. I hear some folks saying, there's hate on both sides, and I can't disagree. One side hates black people, brown people, Asian people, gay people, and anyone who does not fully subscribe to their own rigid ideologies, or who don't look like them. The other side hates racist bigots. Here is a scenario that is about to become all too familiar. A MAGA acquaintance just called me in tears. He and his wife were positively gleeful when FELON won. He called to tell me he is being forced out of his government job by the new FELON mandates. He can't afford to retire and thinks he won't be easily employable at age 66. No shit. Cry me a river. We can take hope from this observation by President Abraham Lincoln. We, the people, are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert the Constitution. Thanks for listening, and join the resistance to stop these perverts.